It's over. It's over. I can't believe it. I genuinely still don't believe that we've just been promoted to the Premier League. Well, we haven't mathematically, but all but promoted. I still don't believe it. It actually, I know this is gonna sound so stupid, but it actually felt emotional. It really did, because we didn't expect this. Like last time we got promoted to the Premier League, we had a very, very good team on paper, so people expected us to go up. So this feels so much more special. The fact that nobody expected it. There's so many good teams in this league this year, so many good players in this league, and little old Sheffield United that got promoted from League One only the season before last are in the Premier League. I still don't believe it. It's so surreal. It's so surreal. But we are a Premier League team now. Other than us losing 6-0 and Leeds losing 6-0, winning 6-0 next week. Well, we probably will be tomorrow when Villa get a point against Leeds at least, or beat them. So it wasn't a special game. It really wasn't. Start to finish, we were all over Ipswich. We battered them. We just weren't great. We passed the ball around well. We did everything right except for the final ball or the final finish. But we got the 2 goals that we needed. The second goal was the one. As soon as the second goal went in, everyone were like, that's it. It's over. We're going to get promoted. And that's it. I just feel so overwhelmed right now. And I know that sounds daft. I know it sounds really daft. But it's true. Like I said, I never expected it. I'm just waffling on. Don't really know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's it. They've just been excellent. I'll go through the team because I've not really got much else to say other than we've just been promoted to the Premiership. I'll bring out some of the videos though. So like players that I think we'll let go. I'll bring out a video on players I think we should sign next season for the Premier League. I'll bring out some other sorts of videos in the next week or so. But I'll just nip through the team now. Dean Henderson, absolute warrior, legend, such a good goalkeeper. I don't think we'd be here right now if it wasn't for him. There's so many players that I could say that about though. But we'll start with Dean Henderson. I think I'd love to sign him. Love it. I would love it if he was our goalkeeper for the next 10 years. Love it. But he's a Man United fan. He's a Man United goalkeeper. He's a Manchester lad. However much he's loving life right now as a Sheffield United player, surely he'll want to play for Man United. And the thing is, if they don't want him, we will try and sign him. But I think what we need to do is try and get him back on loan, because that will save us however many millions that he's going to cost, and we can put that towards a striker or a creative player. And Stevens, the most improved player from last season, absolutely brilliant, especially in the second half of the season. He's been great. He's been so good. If a Premier League, I was thinking, if we don't get promoted, a Premier League club might actually snatch him from us, because he's just brilliant. Such a good up and down wing back, brilliant, and he's added goals to his game now as well. George Baldock, he has been ever present. Well, he hasn't been ever present. George Baldock has been dependable. That's the word, dependable. He's great, in my opinion. He's great in between defence and attack, but his defending sometimes isn't the best. He's attacking when he's putting that final ball in or getting into the right position. Sometimes he's not. Like Freeman gets himself into the box, Baldock kind of doesn't that much. Everything else is brilliant though. It's great, and he runs his socks off, that lad. So good. I really wanted him to get a goal today or get an assist or something, because he deserves it. He deserves it. I'm big fan of George Baldock. Jack O'Connell, where will we be without him? God knows. Jack O'Connell, what a player. I hope we don't lose Jack next season because a Premier League club could take him off us. But the thing is, I can't see him going to someone like top 6. I don't think he's quite at that level yet. It could easily be, but I don't think he's quite there yet. And if you're going to go and sign for someone like Everton, why not stay at Bramall Lane where everyone loves you? So yeah, Jack O'Connell, absolutely awesome this season. Would have liked to have seen him add more goals to his game. He scored today, obviously, which were nice. But I think he could have scored more goals this season. But he's been brilliant at the back. Great at linking up play. Great at overlapping. He made a goal today as well, didn't he, for Hogan? Whipped that ball in really hard and low. All Hogan needed to do was just direct it into the corner. So, excellent. Basham, special shout out to Bash, because when we got promoted from League One to the Championship, I said we're going to have to replace Bash. Bash ain't good enough for Championship. And he's played probably 85% of games this season, and we've just been promoted to the Premier League. So I take everything I said back about Bash. Bash, don't get me wrong, he is not the most technical of players, but he makes up in effort. It's just, I love Bash. Absolutely love Bash. John Egan, love the guy. What a player. What a massive signing he was, because last season, don't get me wrong, Stearman's done bits when he's come in. Stearman's been great when he's come in and stepped in for Egan. But John Egan has been just a brick wall this season. Excellent centre-back. What a signing. And 4 million, Brentford were saying, oh, we'll snatch your hand off. I think we've done you there, because he must be worth a lot more now. What a player. Freeman has been great when he's played. And I think he's actually stepped up when he has had to come in. I think he will be one of them that'll be either let go or sold on next season. But Freeman's done his bit. Stearman's done his bit, definitely. I can't think of who else. Craney's been brilliant since we brought him in. I hope we keep him. I think he's a good option. He really is a good option. I hope we do give him another contract, because I think his contract's probably up at the end of the season. Norwood has taken us to that next level. Again, weren't for Norwood, we wouldn't be where we are. Unbelievable player. We really struggled to replace Cooks last season when we brought in Lundstrom, and Evans did all right. Leonard were poor. We really couldn't find that man, and big man Norwood, easily one of the best midfielders in the league, easily. And that's the thing. He's three promotions Norwood's got now. 3 promotions in 3 years to the Premier League, and I think he's found his home. It seems like he loves Sheffield United. He loves Bramall Lane, and he'll definitely be in our starting line. Unless he's injured or something, he'll definitely be in the starting lineup at the start of next season. Hopefully against Man United or Liverpool or Man City. That would be nice. First game of the season, wouldn't it? John Fleck, a bit of an up and down season, but the thing is, when Fleck is not playing well, he's still probably better than a lot of players. And that's the thing. A lot of people, I've said this to a lot of people before, I've said, Fleck weren't very good today. And like, oh, well, he did this, It's like, yeah, Fleck wasn't very good today, but he's still head and shoulders above a lot of midfielders in this league. So even when he's not playing well, he's still good. Decent. He's still decent. He never has a bad game. Like when he doesn't have a great game, he has a good game. That's what I mean. Mark Duffy, absolutely brilliant again. Another player that people, like Birmingham fans, listening to him, they'll be like, not good enough. That guy is not good enough. Well, he's just won promotion to the Premier League by playing probably 70% of games, 80% of games. Kieran Dowell, I'm one of these people that I don't think he's good enough. And I'm going to be honest. I think he's been good in patches. I don't think he's quite good enough. I think he'll end up being a championship player, possibly low-end championship player. Might be wrong. Might be completely wrong, and I hope I am, especially if we sign him. But yeah, he's done well when he's been called upon. Again, I probably you can't say he's had any bad games, but yeah, like he's like that goal against West Brom, that was big. He played a huge part in some of the Aston Villa goals as well, when we drew 3-3. But yeah, just great. Billy Sharp, I think Billy Sharp has really been done dirty in the last few weeks because everyone's been banging on about David McGoldrick, which I will get to, and I will bang on about him myself. But Billy Sharp is kind of, I know he's been injured, he's been out for the last couple of games, but it's harsh because all the goals that Billy Sharp scored this season, he's not just scored loads of goals, he's played so well as well. He's added a new dimension to his game. His hold up play. Yeah, his hold up play has been excellent this season. Fair enough, some centre backs he's not going to get that, but he holds the ball up really well, even when big lads are marking him. I remember one game in particular, Wigan at home. Dan Burn, massive man. He must be about 6'5" or something. And Billy Sharp had him in his pocket. He was just rolling him. He was just holding ball up, and that's Billy Sharp. He's always going to put 100% in, and he's going to score you them goals, and he has done. And again, another one. If it weren't for Billy Sharp, we would not be where we are right now. And who'd have thought I'd have said that at the beginning of the season? Who'd have thought Billy Sharp would have scored 20 plus goals this season? Then we move on to big man Didsey, David McGoldrick. It just shows his class because he went over to the Ipswich fans at full time and gave them a clap and stuff. What a guy. Went over to him. What a man. Like, not many players would do that. You've just been promoted to the Premier League and he's going over to sympathise with his the fans that used to support him for Ipswich. And they must be devastated, Ipswich fans, because he had such a torrid time over the last few years at Ipswich, and now he's back to his best. So yeah, Gary Medine is done his bit, kind of. I'm not a fan of Gary Medine. I think he does want to do well, and I've definitely given him a try, given him a shot. And he's done all right. And I'm not saying anything about the Wednesday connection or anything like that. I just don't feel like it's quite good enough. Scott Hogan scored today, brilliant. Tries his hardest. Don't quite think he's up there unless he gets. Maybe he's a confidence player. I don't know much about Scott Hogan. Didn't see much at Brentford or at Villa. So yeah, I don't know a lot about him, but for United, he does put a lot of effort in. He tries to hold the ball up. He gets knocked off the ball quite a lot. He's quick. I just want to see him have more of the ball and see what he can do with it. Maybe running at players at times. Yeah, but he got in the right position today to score his goal and he took it well. And it's nice to see him score. It really is. So that's pretty much it. Chris Wilder, probably, the greatest manager in my lifetime. He's surpassed Warnock, definitely. Better football, plays so much better football. I know Warnock used to be great at getting players to play above the station, but Chris Wilder's taken it to a whole new level. His passion is so much more than Warnock. Warnock was tried to be a bit of a showman, and it never felt right for me. But Chris Wilder, I know Chris Wilder does like a bit of a show, but I don't feel like Chris Wilder thinks he's putting on a show, whereas Warnock did. Chris Wilder is just that passionate, that all the time, and I think he just does it. He doesn't mean to do it. He just does it. He doesn't think, oh, I'm gonna run up to crowd and do this. He just does it because he feels it. Alan Nil, just great. Like, obviously we don't see what goes on behind the scenes, and obviously I know Alan Nil sorts out these free kicks and stuff. Alan Nil seems great, and if he's Chris Wilder's man, he's my man too. What an absolute legend that big friendly giant is. So yeah, like I said, it felt really emotional at the final whistle, and I might be wrong, I probably am, and it might just be because I'm being biased right now, but I don't feel like the Leeds fans would have felt how we do right now, because they've done so much bigger and better things, like being in Europe, getting to Champions League semi-final, being up there, having great players at the time in your Vidukas, your Alan Smiths, your Ian Harts, your all those lot, Boya, Radabe, Tony Yeboah. I know, different era, but you know what I mean. We've not really had that in my lifetime anyway. I started watching United the season that we got relegated from the Premiership in 1994, something like that. I don't even know. And I missed that part of us being in the Premiership. Like Brian Dean's first goal of the Premier League, I was before my time. So I remember us being in the Championship or Division 1 then for years. We just couldn't go up, we didn't go down. Then we got promoted with Warnock. Like, we had some great seasons before that with Warnock as well. Getting to two semi-finals and then the playoff final. And then a few years later getting promoted to the Premier League. And yeah, this feels so much better than anything we've ever achieved in my lifetime. So I can't say for like Bassett era and things like that, but this is just incredible. And when we were in the Championship, when we were in League One, for a certain time, there were so many players that you just like, if they go, I'm not really bothered. There weren't many. There were Harry Maguire, who I was devastated when he left. There was Jamie Murphy, who I was devastated when he left. Not many more from the League One season. Ryan Flynn, loved the man. And now, falling in love with every single one of these players. It's just incredible. So I've been rabbiting on for 18 minutes now, and I'm going to say goodbye because I'm going to go have a drink and celebrate us being promoted to the Premier League. Hopefully Leeds will confirm it tomorrow by not winning against Aston Villa. But yeah, I've also got to go and watch Norwich. I've heard that they're 2-0 up, which is not great, but I expected them to beat Blackburn anyway. I think it's next week where they might struggle away against Villa. So if we're going to win the title, if we're going to win the Championship, it's going to be next week anyway, isn't it? I can't see us. I think the only chance of us winning it is if they lose next week. But the thing is, we've got to also beat Stoke, which is going to be a tough match. Norwich have just gone and drawn away at Stoke, so it's not going to be easy. But if we play like we did against Hull, I think we'll steamroll Stoke. I don't think they'll know what's hit them. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. We are going to be playing Premier League football next season. It's not been confirmed yet due to Leeds playing tomorrow, but Leeds are going to have to score. We're going to have to win 12-0 or something like that. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to go and drink. Yeah, like and subscribe, please. That would mean the world to me. If we can I just want to hit 10,000 subscribers. That's what I want. We are 2,200 off, something like that. It's not too far away. So please subscribe as much as you can. I would love it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Up the blades. Make sure you like the video and stay in good nick.